Hello everyone, welcome to Sunday night. Again, some fun stamping. Be sure to comment when you join so I know who's all joining us here tonight. Now tonight is going to be October holiday cards. So if you haven't got your, Christmas cards done yet, today is going to give you some ideas, some ways that you can, let's see here. Do you have your ideas yet? Have you started your holiday cards? So today is going to be, I'm first going to start off with an easy card. Then we're going to kind of go to some harder ones. More, I shouldn't say harder. I'm just going to say more putsy, more entailed, kind of some fancier cards. So, okay, so tonight I'm going to be actually going out of the mini catalog, and we're going to be using a set from the annual catalog. So we'll kind of switch back and forth, but I will show you every set that I am using so that you know what we're, hi Kathy, what set we're using. So like I said, I'm kind of switching all over. So, okay, so let's get started. So the first one we're going to be using is out of this catalog. It's on page 27. Now this is just a background stamp. So it's just a big solid background of your trees. It's kind of neat. I mean, it's just, some people are like, oh, it's just kind of plain, but it's really kind of cool. Then what I'm going to be, well, I'll get to that one. So let's get started. Okay, so we have our basic white cardstock. We're just going to fold that right in half. Can you guys believe that it is the end of October? I mean, it's like, where has the month gone? It's crazy. Okay, so this tag I used from the Autumn Dies, and that is on page 44 of the holiday catalog. So it's just the dies. I really like these little tags. They're kind of neat. So that's what I am using this one for. So I've got this here. And the greeting, I'm kind of bouncing all over, but the greeting that we're using is from the stamp set that was our featured one last week, Sparkling Snowflakes. And that is on page 39 of this catalog. And the reason, you're going to kind of see why I decided to use that one, but I will show you that here in just a little bit. Okay, so let's get that. Whoops. Now my computer's asking for an update. Isn't that the way it always goes? If any of you were on last week, you know that I had just awful. My camera didn't want to, my phone wouldn't let it go the right way, and so it was just being not very enjoyable to work with. Okay, so we're just taking, and I'm using the Memento black, which that is the black ink that I use all the time. I just like it because it's crisp, clear, you know, it's dark. Sometimes with the blacks, they can get a little bit of a purplish tint to it. This one will not get that. I also like it because I can color with my, I can color with my blends with it too. Okay, so we're going to take this white sheet of cardstock, and we have our background stamp. We're using the Shaded Spruce. And I'm going to just blot that. This is how I use all of my background stamps. I always lay them down this way and then blot on them. Just because if you do it the normal way that we always stamp with, our tables have voids, and we won't get a nice clear image. So we're just going to lay that right on there, and then just take a scratch piece of paper, or if we have a scratch paper, just fold it over. The direct to paper will give you a nicer image. Just make sure we get it all. There we go. Okay. So then we're going to take, this is shaded spruce and cherry cobbler. Couldn't think of it. Okay, so we're just going to layer those on there. And then we're going to just layer this onto our card base. Okay, so we've got that. We're going to take our tag that we stamped, and I'm going to couple of dimensionals on that. So we got those done. Now this is a really quick, fast card, but it looks amazing when you get done with it. Okay, so we've got that there. Now, as always, this is my ribbon, my gold, and it's actually vanilla, but I use it a lot of times with the white. So remember that if you have a $35 order, you will get 2 of each of the cards. You'll get a total of 6 cards. Now, if you have a $50 order this week, I am going to throw in, you're going to need this for one of the cards, I'm going to throw in your Wink of Stella. So you'll get a new one like this. Now, when you get your Wink of Stella, I'm just going to kind of show you. When you see this here, you have this little stopper in there. And mine I pulled out of there. So you will pull this open, pull that stopper off, and then you'll push it together. That will actually get the flow of liquids going. So that's why the stopper is there now, so that it's sealed. But then to get to use it, you want to pull that stopper out of there. So that would be, if you have a $50 order, you're going to get the Wink of Stella free. So now what I'm going to do here is, when you get your Wink of Stella going, I always just kind of shake it. And if you squeeze this, this will let some color down. I don't want a lot, so I will kind of squeeze it and let go a little bit. And I am just kind of going over my trees. Some of my trees will you'll see kind of some of the color will run, but that's okay. It's just kind of blending them. It isn't like I'm scribbling them, so you don't really tell. It just makes your trees look fuller. But we're just putting the Wink of Stella on all of these trees. It's so pretty when you get done. And that's why I kind of picked the greeting that I did. Make the season sparkle. Okay, so I'm doing all of the trees. So now you have until Friday, November 3rd. So this Friday at midnight to place your order. If you have a $35 order, you're going to get the 6 cards. If you have a $50 order, you're going to get the 6 cards. Plus you are going to get the Wink of Stella. Now, there's no featured set this week. So anything that is die cut or embossed or anything like that, I will do all that for you. There will not be any stamping done because I can't do any of the stamping on any of your images. But when there's not a featured set, I will do the embossing or cutting out for you. I don't know if you can see that, but it looks really pretty. You just want to add some more. And again, if you need more, just squeeze it. and it'll let some down. You don't want to squeeze it and hold it too long because then you're going to get a big glob on your paper. And see, it's kind of neat how it makes those trees kind of blend together a little bit. Just a little bit of, I don't know if you can see that at all. It's really pretty. As I'm just looking here, it's like, that is really pretty. So then we're just going to take and our dimensionals, take our backs off them. Put that right there. I took my ribbon, tied a bow. Get my mini glue dots. Now this is a card that if you were making your Christmas cards, you could make a lot of them. Okay, where's a glue dot? Way in here. Got to rip them off. Getting kind of long. So you could make a lot of these pretty fast. So there is your card. It sparkles. And like I said, by going through, some of the trees kind of blended together a little bit, so it just made it look more solid. But it's really, I don't know if you can see the sparkle on there, but it is really pretty. Hello from Wyoming. Hi, Roberta. Hi, Judy. Hi, Patty. So this is your first card. I love that one. I mean, that is quick and easy. I mean, sometimes we get in a bind and it's like, okay, I got to hurry up and get my cards done. I'm getting behind. This is a quick card. Okay, so for the next one. Okay, so for the next card, we're going to be using, okay, Joy to You. And that is in the holiday catalog again. That is on page 21. So we're using this stamp set, but we're also using these dies. So we'll do something fun with those. So page 21 is where you will find everything that I'm using with this one. Okay, so we're going to just take, again, our white cardstock and fold that right in half. Hi, Lindsay. Hi, Velma. Okay, so this was a designer paper that, very cute. I just cut that diagonally, and I have my Night of Navy cardstock, and this is embossed with that Snowflake 3D folder. So I'm going to put that on. Oops, let me grab my silicone mat here first of all. Okay, so I am going to put some adhesive on that, and I love using the silicone mat because it doesn't get my area all full of glue or my tape. Okay, so we're just going to put that on there. I'm putting it right along the edge. Oh boy. I had it right. Let's see if I can pull that back off. Okay, there we go. I knew when I cut it, it was really close, but I knew that I had a little extra. Okay, so I have a little bit of extra there, and I'm just going to snip that off. And this is in the holiday catalog, that glittery paper is so pretty. And that comes in 6x6 pieces. So then I'm going to put adhesive on this and put this onto my Night of Navy. Okay. And remember, all of the paper is cut for you This one, because there's no featured one, again, it will be all cut for you, or if it has the textured like this one, the textured will be done for you. So you don't have to worry about any of that. So this one says, wishing you a very Merry Christmas. And we are doing this in Night of Navy. Oops. I must have rocked it. Let me wash my stamp off. Try this again. I was looking at that going, it looks kind of big, but I know I have it pretty close there. Okay. Now for this, because rocking it, I would sometimes take my scissors and I would just trim some of that off so that I wouldn't have to worry about that. Okay. We're just gonna let that sit. And I'm gonna take this and put this onto my, my card base. Sometimes when you do, if you notice this, if you texture your cardstock, sometimes it will come apart and kind of stick to some of the adhesive sometimes. So that's, it happens. Just because when you texturize your stuff, it actually breaks the fibers in it. So when it breaks the fibers, it makes it more vulnerable. And okay, so we're just gonna put some adhesive on that and layer that onto our Night of Navy. Gonna grab my dimensionals again and put a couple on there. And I like to use this tool because it makes it so much easier getting them off. Okay, so this is out of the dies. And I'm just going to take and put some mini, well, I know they were here. Oh, they're right up here. Put some mini dimensionals on them. Just gonna, you could put some bigger ones down here, but either way. And so just take off my backs. Anybody has any questions, I will be trying to check my, I'm trying to be careful because this is pretty, the die is pretty flimsy and it's out of designer paper, so it's a little bit thinner. So I want to make sure that I don't rip it. Okay, so we have all of that. So I'm going to just put that right there. It has all the dimensionals on it. And we're going to put our, if I have it the right way, right up here at the top. Okay, so now we have, oh, just about lost it. So now this is our Night of Navy, and it's kind of a glittery gold ribbon. It is so pretty. And I'm just going to tie a knot. Just cut off my ends. Going to get my glue dots. You see the sparkle, Velma? Isn't it pretty? It's so pretty. If you remember, we had the white and we had the black. I love this sparkle ribbon. I've always, well, if you know me, you've been to any of my classes, or just maybe seen here, I like ribbon. Somebody one time, I laughed because I was doing a party, and somebody said, well, it's actually a requirement to like ribbon if you stamp with you. I laughed. I'm like, no, it's not a requirement, but I do like it. There's just something about it. I mean, without that ribbon, it looked kind of blah, but look at by adding that. So, isn't that pretty? So this is just going out and little bit more flashy. Okay, so let's get the stuff ready for the next one. And you can see I am going to emboss. Okay, so for this one, let me grab my book. So this one is going to be out of our annual catalog. So first of all, we're going to go to page 43, and that is the Perched in a Tree. We're going to use the greeting from here. So we're going to use that from this one. Then, and then also on page 25, I'm going to use these little speckle spots. Now you can use from any stamp set that you have that has this. When I do this, you're going to say, oh yeah, I got a stamp that'll do that. So any one would work. So then we're going to go to page 162. And that is the aspen tree. We're going to use this die. Okay. So you're going to see that I already cut this out. And this will be cut out for you. Because, like I said, it's not part of a featured bundle. So I will cut that out for you. We're going to take, and this is Native Navy cardstock, and going to fold that right in half. I'm going to grab my paper piercing mat here, my Versamark, and we're going to use, like I said, this speckled one. So we're just going to kind of put, and it's kind of hard to see, I'm just kind of putting a few all over. No right or wrong how many you got. So again, I always put my embossing powders into a little container here. These are just like a sandwich size Ziploc, and it just works nice because I can just drizzle it right over and it falls right back into there. Okay. Okay, I want to snap it a little bit more, but I didn't want to get it all over my work area. Oh, just checking my computer here. Remember to comment and share. Okay. Just getting some of my little stuff off here. Okay, so we're gonna cover that up. Oh, and then I just got some on my work area. Get my heat tool, and I always, when I emboss, I always just hold it in one area first of all. And then when it starts to change over, then I just start to slowly move it around. And you can see that there's some little speckles here and all over. That is totally fine because this is going to play right into what I want. When I snap off the back, I get like the bigger excess off, but I didn't really keep snapping it so that I got all of the little stuff off either. And then I'll just kind of go over it really quick to make sure I've got everything. And if I kind of turn it, if it looks shiny, then I know I'm good to go. Okay. So then we're going to take this and we're just going to put some around the outside. And this is a pretty easy card too, but it's got a really unique look. Now, so like when you see it through there, it looks like snow. Isn't that so cool? And like I said, this is actually a pretty easy card too. But, oh, let's see. Did I not grab my... Oh, there's my black. So I will ask what card you like best, and I'm going to just put this on here just in case it goes over a little bit. My scratch paper is always like my old class schedules. We'll ask what card you like best, and it's always kind of fun to see which one is your favorite. So now remember, you have until Friday, November 3rd at midnight to place your order. If you have a $25 order, you are going to get 6 of cards to make, which would be 2 of each of them. And then if you have a $50 order, you're going to get that Wink of Stella that I used on the first one. Now you can use the Wink of Stella really on any of the cards, add any more to them, the ones that I just did. Wink of Stella is just, it's kind of glittery, kind of like a glue, but it's so pretty. And so we're just going to set that in the corner there, as so. Okay, so now comes the time that I'm going to ask your opinion. Card 1, 2, or 3. So kind of use the fun traditional greens and reds, and then also your blues. All 3 are very pretty. Thanks, Kathy. Oh, you need to add that die set. Are you talking about this one right here, Lindsay? I love that one. The aspen tree. Oh, yep. The aspen die is so cool. Patty likes all of them. Roberta likes 1. And Roberta, look, I mean, it is so pretty. Sparkly here. I don't know if you can see it, but it is so pretty. It's kind of got them out to the ends, and so. Oh, and you love 3? I love it how it looks like the snow, kind of. And I said, if you actually get little splatters of the embossing powder on there, that just looks like snow. So it looks really cool. Now, if I made sure that I didn't want to get that, I would have snapped the back off a couple more times and made so sure that I didn't have any excess on there. So Judy says it's hard to choose. Lindsay likes 3. Velma likes 3. So remember too that Tuesday is the last day if you were thinking about the recruiting special. So you can get 35% more or $35 off. So I was just trying to find it here. Okay, so for the special is 35% more. So your starter kit, you would get $125 worth of product for only $64.35. 35% more, you would get to choose for only be $99, and you would get $168.75. So there's never ever been a special this great. So this is something that if you would ever thought about that you were thinking about, you'd like to become a demonstrator, you can do it as a business, you can do it as a hobby. That's how I started. I signed up just to get my product at a discount. So, and I just loved it, and there's just so many wonderful things about it that I just wanted to pursue it more. But this goes until Tuesday's the last day. And then if you join under me, then you get to be part of my group. And my group gets together once a month on Zoom, and we share ideas. I give prizes away. So it's really fun. So hopefully if that's something that you are thinking about, reach out to me and if you have any questions. So, oh, Kathy, I like a 312. You like the blues? Yeah. This one is so neat, and this designer paper with the very cute has some really pretty papers in it. So there's a lot of fun papers that you could do with that. And then this is also that specialty paper that is in the holiday catalog. So, but thank you everybody for joining me tonight. Remember, go to lisastamps.com. Be sure and use this host code, because if you don't use this host code, it won't prompt me that you are getting the card kit for this week. The AHRB9JZD. So, and then if you ever want to see exactly everything that I use, go to my lisastamps.com, because I will show on there all the products that I use, and that will be on there tomorrow. So be sure and check there, because there's always a lot of other fun things. Oh, hi, Kathy. Oh, family just left after a crazy weekend. Oh, yeah. You love them all, but choose number 2. 2 is, I want to show you something. There's something really neat. There's something neat that I did with 2. I took 2 as a card, and I put it in a frame. Now, my ribbon would actually be on top of the glass. So there is like a framed art. So kind of something fun you can do too. So I always like to do a lot of different fun things, framed art and fun little bags and stuff like that. So, but be sure and join us every Sunday night at 7. Hopefully everybody, this works for you better. So, but I'm glad you like I said, this is my October holiday or Christmas cards. So hopefully I inspired you to start on your cards or some ideas here. Oh, I still look at this one. I just love how it sparkles. I don't know if you can see it, but it's really pretty. As it just lays there, I can just see it sparkling. So, well, thank you everybody for joining me, and thank goodness tonight we didn't have any computer or phone issues. So, but you have a great week, and be sure and check back soon to my site for more ideas and for more tips. So everybody have a great week, and we will see you soon. Bye-bye.